Everyone, please be seated. We're all here today to celebrate the relationship of Noel and Jay, to be witnesses and supporters of the commitment they share with one another. Together, we're a group of some of the most important people in their lives, and we're here to recognize that we've all played some special part in the love that they share today. Noel and Jay wanted me to thank each and every one of you for being here and to recognize how important everyone is in their relationship. They'd also like to recognize all that couldn't make it here today. They're certainly missed but not forgotten this day of celebration, and that includes Grandma Kathy and Grandpa Bob. Marriage gives permanence and structure to every couple's love. It's a way to tell one another that no matter how much you snore or how much you spend at the mall, you're in it together. Marriage is telling the person that you love you're not going anywhere, and that's a powerful commitment between two people to make. And a good marriage has to be built on that foundation of commitment. In marriage, the little things are the big things, and it's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you. It's never going to sleep angry. It's standing together and facing the world. Speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude for all. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner. Now the road that's brought the two here today hasn't always been the easiest one. It's been filled with challenges that they weren't necessarily prepared for, the weather. But together, they've taken each one on, and they use these experiences to strengthen and not weaken their love. And at this point, I have to ask if there's anyone that can give just cause why this couple should not be united. There's a shuttle right out there. We don't want to hear it. Noel and Jay will now exchange rings to symbolize the commitment. The rings are derived from a humble beginning of imperfect metal to create something striking when there was once nothing at all. It's customarily that the ring is worn on the ring finger, which is the only finger that has a vein running directly to the heart. The wearing of these rings is a visible and outward sign that they've committed to each other. Jay, can you take Noel's hand and repeat after me? I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. For today and tomorrow and all the days to come. Wear it as a sign of what we have promised on this day. And know that my love is present, even when I am not. Say, oh, yeah. Noel, can you take your groom's hand? Good luck. All right. I give you this ring as a symbol of our love. For today and tomorrow and all the days to come. Wear it as a sign of what we have promised on this day. Day. And know that my love is present, even when I am not. Say oh, say yeah. Now you can take each other's hands. I'd like to bless your hands because these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love. These are the hands that will work alongside of yours as you build your future together. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through all the years. These are the hands that will hold you when fear and grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will wipe the tears from your eyes. And these are the hands that may someday tenderly hold your children. We can work on that later tonight. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one. And lastly, these are the hands that even when you're wrinkled in age, will still be reaching for yours, and still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. And now I'd like you to read your vows. Ladies first.
Jordan Jerome Elliott Borowski. I promise this is the only time I'll use your full name out loud unless you give me a reason to. Just kidding. Jay, from the moment I met you, I knew there was something special about you and that you were going to be important to me. You're my other half, my best friend, the love of my life, my soulmate, my passion prizes. I know it sounds cheesy, but this is 100% true. You complete me. All of my life, I dreamed of finding my soulmate and spending the rest of our lives together, creating our future the way we want, and I found it with you. You are my final puzzle piece. I'm so excited what our future holds for us as we become husband and wife today. Who knew that I would meet the love of my life at work, especially in the basement, aka the dungeon of the general building at Mayo Clinic. But I'm so glad I did and had the encouragement from our fellow coworkers to get to know you even though I was scared. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Laura and Paul, wherever you are out there. When we started talking those 5 years ago, it was nonstop for hours and days. But what really got me was that we had so much in common. I would tell people, oh my God, he's the guy version of me. I had friends asked if you had brothers because they wanted someone special like you in their lives. My response was no, but if I could clone him, I would, because you're such a good man. I'm so lucky to have you, and I love you with all of my heart. I love that you're so kind to not just me, but everyone around you. You know how to take care of me when I'm sick or feeling blue. You can always make me laugh no matter what. I love our spontaneous adventure days, but I equally love our lazy days at home. I know I can always count on you whenever I need you and that you get me. You make me so happy. I remember the day I knew we were going to spend the rest of our lives together, that you were the one for me. It was the day you decided you were going to play the circle game with me. And for those that don't know what that is, it's this. So for all of you that just saw that, you lose, sorry, gotcha. But Jay never did this to me when we first started dating. He only ever did it to his family. So that day, when you played the circle game with me, I got mad at you and I said, hey, you can't do that to me. And you responded with, why not? And I said, because you only do that to your family. Why are you doing it to me? And then you came back and said, but you are my family. And that was the day I knew I was going to be married and be with you forever. I try not to make my vows too long. Oops, sorry. I'm very bad at writing. There's still so much that can be said about you and how much I love you, but I think this quote sums it up. If I had to start my life all over, I would find you sooner so I could love you longer. Jay, I promise to love you and always be by your side. Through all the ups and downs, I promise to always root for you, cheer you on, and be your biggest supporter in everything you do. I love you so much, Boo, always and forever, bigger than Mayo 19.
Noelle, I love you. From day one, talking to you has been effortless. On our first date, we laid out our faults, our fears, and our failures to each other. From that day forward, we have shared the best 5 years of my life and started an adventure without ever looking back. Since that day, you have always been in my corner. You have always been my strength, and you have always loved me for me. Today is different than that first date, but somehow still the same. I promise to share our faults, to be your strength when you need me. I promise to fall in love with you again and again, and never for the same reason twice. I promise to love you for who you are and who you have yet to become. I promise to share your dreams, your joy, and your sadness right by your side. Today I ask for your hand with the promise of forever on the other side. You are my best friend, my partner, the love of my life, and very soon I will be lucky enough to call you my wife. Today you are the family that I choose, the person I want to grow old with, the person I hold most dear. You are the adventure that awaits with the solemn promise to never look back. You are the warm welcome waiting for me, the place I am meant to be, the person who makes me feel like I belong. I love you every day before this moment, and this is my promise to love and cherish every moment with you from this day forward. I love you.
Noelle and Jay, you professed your love by exchanging your vows. You symbolized your commitment by exchanging your rings. And what all there is just one more question I need to ask each of you, and then we're off to the reception. Noelle, do you take this room to be your husband, to live under the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love him, to comfort him, to honor him, to keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, and to be faithful to him as long as you shall live? Do you promise to help him find this stuff that's right in front of him, because he'll be doing that the rest of his life? Jay, do you take Noelle to be your wife, to live together under the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love her, to comfort her, to honor her, to keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you shall live? Would you like to kiss your bride? By the power vested in me in the state of Wisconsin, you may kiss your bride. To be the first to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Borowski.